Okay, so in this video I'll be making a forecast on gold, and currently I'm on the monthly time frame. So from here I see a bullish fair value gap which price has respected, dipped into, and is going upwards, right? So what I'll do from here is move into the weekly, try to refine that, so that going into the month you'll see this. I think we'll take the swing high here, and actually I made a forecast on this and I said I wanted to see price disrespect this bearish fair value gap, but price failed to, and then rather came down. And then so I'm reducing that that monthly fair value gap into this weekly fair value gap, right? I was anticipating that would break through this and then take the highs, but we failed to. And the reason being so because of this, right? So because we've grabbed liquidity to the left, liquidity to the right, our dealing range could be from the high to this low, exactly as you can see here. So from the high to the low. Good. I just want to take the writings off of the markets. And so when you look at that weekly fair value gap, right, on the daily it falls in line with this fair value gap. And let me just mark it so that it becomes obvious. Yeah, so that is the weekly fair value gap. So I'm just going to mark it so that it becomes wait, let me get this right. Yeah. Sorry, bad cough. So we have this to this place. So I was anticipating that would break through this and then move up and take this side, but we failed to. Then when we move into the daily, we see that, right, this fair value gap here, this order block lines perfectly or exactly with the 75 DRT. So I can reduce my to this place, my fair value gap, the weekly to the daily, and then we see how we did not have any candle close above the 50% of this fair value gap. We do tap into this order block with this bearish candle, the high of this bearish candle, before falling. sorry before displacing lower, breaking through the 50% DRT level, leaving this fair value gap in there, and then we are currently finding retracement into this. And at the 50%, we see that we have left a bearish fair value gap, a bearish inverted fair value gap, and this bearish order block. So ideally, what I would want to see is price trade lower back into discount before we go up, right? Before we move up. And so this is what I want to see. And at the 75 DRT level, we see that we have this fair value gap here, and then this inverse fair value gap. So that gives us a BPR. So that is my idea going into at least next week, right? To next week. And so we see that this BPR is inside, what do you call it? Discount. Let me lock these things up so that well, the campaign song, yeah, apologies, you never know when they come around. So going into the 4-hour, right, going into the 4-hour, see that we have the range low over here, the range high, traded into the 75 DRT level where we have the fair value gap, the bearish order block. See how we fail to close above the 50%, dropped lower into the 50%, created this fair value gap inside premium, rejected price from there, then created another bearish fair value gap, bearish order block. So I want to see price get rejected from this level and then come down here, right? And so we see at the 25 DRT level as well, we've got this inverted fair value gap. And then you see how the high of the order block here, see how it's held price over here. So this is what I'm trying to say, the high of the order block, exactly. So 1 2 3 4 5 bullish order block holds price here. See how rejects price upwards or resists price to the top, and now we are inside, we are at equilibrium. So I want to see us drop here before we go up, but because we are moving from a monthly internal to a monthly external, I'm being careful with this because we could also, price could get rejected or resisted from this place or within this region, and then move up, disrespect this, go up, and then attack the highs. But since we are going for a bullish month, so let's say accumulation, manipulation, accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. That is what I'm looking at. So something like this. So okay, I got it wrong. Let me get it properly. So taking too long with this. So let's say accumulation, you've got the manipulation in here, and then we've got distribution to the top because we are looking at a bullish monthly candle. So I'm looking at something like this. So accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution to the top side. So but I want to see this pool of liquidity at the 25 DRT level cleared into this place, right? This bullish BPR before we move up, displacing up and then grabbing the high above. But although I am bullish, I want to see for the short term, I want to see us trade into this. And then here we realize that we've also grabbed liquidity above these highs, and the low remains the same. So what I would do is on the 4-hour time frame, mark the high of this to the low, maintaining the original low, and then we realize that, right, see that we still have this order block at the 75 DRT level, traded into this fair value gap in premium, traded downwards into this the 50% to this bullish order block. Now we have traded up into premium in this, and at the order block at the 75, right? You see this pool of liquidity here just below the 50% in discount. We have the 50% gap over here, and then when we extend price to the left side, you can see that price has failed to, we have the high of this fair value gap right here. Let me clone this. We have the high of the fair value, right? So this fair value gap on the left, see how price has failed to close above the upper quadrant of that fair value gap. So even though there is this, even though there is this, I have the idea that we are going to break below this, sweep this pool of liquidity before you go up, and then grab this high, grab the monthly high as well. And so because that's the idea I have, I want to see. But if price fails to give me this to play out as I anticipate and continues to move up then I will change my buyers and then look for buys directly to this place. So you see, when you look at this place too, we've got the confluence of this bearish order block, this inverted fair value gap. Price is failing to close above the high of that bearish fair value gap, and then we have this pool of liquidity in here. We've got this higher time frame key level, which is the BPR, the weekly BPR, also probably the daily BPR, and I want to see price hold there, and it falls exactly at the 25% DRT level. Price dips into that, and then we can see buys from there. And so let me go into the 1 hour and then have a look at something. So in the 1 hour, it looks like, see how we traded in here. Oh, I think I just messed it up. We've traded into the 50%. Let me go into the 4 and then get it right. Yeah, I think I messed it up a bit. Okay, so this is fine. So I can go back into the 1 hour and then we see that. Good. So inside the 1 hour, we see that we have traded into that order, the low of the order block, which maps onto the high of that inverse fair value gap. We have pushed down, left this bearish fair value gap in here. So I would like to see price get, this fair value gap left open, price gets resisted or pushed up from here or here, right, into the fair value gap, and then target this place. So this is what I'm looking at basically as the trade idea. So something like this, cover the high of that inverse fair value gap, and then target here, and then with that is a 4.81 R, risk to reward. And so that is what I'm anticipating for gold. Yeah, and then after that we can have our buys. But if price fails to give me that, I'll directly look for the buys to the high of that what do you call it, monthly, the high of the monthly candle. Yeah, so this is my buyers on gold going into the month, or at least next week. I want to see this, so let's see how it plays out.